Hello there everyone, welcome to the weekly Skywalker Saga Q&A. I don't think it takes a genius to work out what will, not even that I plan this to be, or I have planned this to be the main topic of the stream, but I think we all know that I'm going to be getting a lot of questions about the future games show. Obviously this week, in comparison to last week, I've actually made two videos which really heavily covered bits of news. We've actually gone back this week to getting bits of news, which is good. I've missed the tiny little snippets we get every week, so it was nice to actually get something this week. But yeah, I have no doubt that I'm going to be getting a lot of future games questions, and I'll be clarifying a lot of things. Good time to mention I'll be streaming it on Thursday, so if you're unsure where to watch it, or if you're wondering in general if you want to watch it here and react with us all, as obviously the main focus on this channel will be Skywalker Saga, then feel free to join us on Thursday, provided everything goes alright and I don't have any technical issues. How you doing, Tyler, Alex, Ghost, what's up? Hector, Jonathan, Dark Knight, Tinker Captain Blitz, Oliver, Josh, Ludup, Grim, Gangstrail, Harold, Cameron, Sene. How are you doing, guys? What time will it air in the UK? I haven't actually checked yet. I mean, I'm good to go, whatever the time, even if it's like 2 in the morning, which I doubt it, but I'm good to go. But obviously this week, let's do the quick recap. So there was in the latest LEGO magazine, there was a section for the Skywalker Saga stating coming soon. Doesn't speak about any delays, so they're still promoting it. And alongside that, the only other, so there's 2 titles set to release this year regarding WB games. Now it was originally free, but the Batman game has been delayed to 2022. So technically, and the other game they've got releasing this year for WB games is actually one day into summer. So this is the Spring Games Showcase on Thursday, sorry. And as it stands now, there is only one game from WB Games set to release in spring, and that is the Skywalker Saga. Now the other game, I'm trying to remember the name of it. Something to do with blood in the name. I don't even recall it. But that technically releases in summer. It still could be there, but yeah. That's this week. Watch the videos if you haven't already, where the commentary covering that would be a lot better than it just was there. Anyway. How you doing, Luke, Alexi, Captain M, Harold, Alex, Ewan, Malcolm, William, Ben Kenobi, Amray. If you're new, guys, be sure to like and subscribe as always. I haven't checked what time the event is on Thursday. No, I haven't. Sorry. If that's not me being unprepared. That's just me. I'll check the day before. Like, I'm good on Thursday, whatever time. So I'm pretty much good all this week past Tuesday, anytime. So I just didn't bother to check. I'm sorry. I didn't know I had to. Yeah. But I'm guessing it'd be somewhere like 9 o'clock and afterwards. If it's not, that's also fine. But we'll get into questions in a second. I swear I did this part last week. Maybe the Falcon part didn't save, but it's all good. It's 9:45 PM on Thursday. That's UK time. That's fine by me. That works absolutely fine. So as I've been saying, guys, obviously, I know there's going to be some people who don't listen to me either way, and I would say if you are one of those people, I encourage you to listen. Obviously, I've made it very clear that I think we should prepare for the worst. I feel that's the best way to do it, in my opinion. I don't understand how there could be any other way. Prepare for the worst, and then if you get anything, it's a bonus. So we still don't know if it's going to be there. At one point, I did want to mention again this week, because obviously I know more people are going to watch this week. So to anyone who wasn't here last week, another point I want to mention is that before we got the trailer back in August, we were playing a guessing game as we are right now. And during that guessing game, the day before, on the 26th of August, the day before we got the trailer, they confirmed it out on Twitter that we would be getting something the next day. So that doesn't mean if we don't get confirmation the day before that we're not getting a trailer, but I'd keep an eye out, obviously, on Wednesday to see if we get any confirmation. Just because I feel it would work the same as last time. It's interesting that they officially confirmed the Batman game is delayed as well, but haven't said anything about Skywalker Saga. So, like I've said, because I know... I definitely know if you only watch snippets of my videos, you come in for snippets of my streams, it probably looks like I'm giving you mixed messages. So that's why I suppose the people who watch all the videos and most of the streams will have the best outlook on the message I'm trying to convey. But I do believe there's a higher chance of something being at this event on Thursday than there not being something at this event. I'm just saying prepare for the worst just in case, and that way you can't be let down. So that's my point. But I suppose if you do come in and out, which is fine, you might get mixed messages on what I'm trying to say. Hello Dan, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. I'm doing good, Luke. How are you? How are you? I'm just going to turn my volume down and I'm going to pick a question. To start off, the first question, what will it be? How are you doing, Tyler Wakefield? It's not a Batman game, sorry, it's a Gotham game. Let me make this clear. I don't really care what game it is that's been delayed. I don't know if I made that clear in my video yesterday. The game, the focus on this channel is Star Wars. I had to look at WB Games' games set for this year, and the fact that there is only the Skywalker Saga now and one other game releasing this year. That's the main point of what I'm trying to convey. I really do not care what their other games are. What they're to do with, I just care about their release dates and what that could mean for Skywalker Saga. So I don't care if it's a Spider-Man game. I know it's not, but I don't care what game it is. How you doing, Sonic? Welcome. Appreciate the kind words, Sonic. Thank you. How is Force Awakens, Tinker? It's going well. It's going well. I'm currently doing exactly what I was doing a week ago. This part, which this part doesn't seem to have saved for some reason. All right, bring that over there. Thoughts on the Snyder Cut? I don't really care about. Is it Justice League? I don't really care about it. I don't really understand what's going on with that. Skywalker Saga questions. So you're in GameStop and you're on the GameStop website. You scroll down to pre-order and it says arrives June 11th through to June 13th. Do you think that's a late release date? At this point, I mean, thankfully, hopefully, not just me, but I think any Skywalker Saga creator won't have to answer these questions for much longer, because that's one I haven't seen, I admit. I haven't seen June 11th to June 13th, but at this point I would still just side with it being a placeholder, just because there's nothing else to suggest that it's not a placeholder, essentially. So, yeah, I'd probably say it's a placeholder. I mean, I hope. June 11th to June 13th. Let me check what days what days of the week they are, if my calendar's going to load. So it's a Friday to a Sunday. The game could release on a Friday. I think a Tuesday, but I've heard a lot of people say Thursday as well, so I don't know about that. I think it's a placeholder. FGG, this game isn't even for... this event isn't even for big games, it's only for indie games. We don't know if it's only for indie games. Now, I would expect more indie games, and like I've said, I know my messages are going to be mixed, like I've said to people who only hear a few minutes from those who are here the whole stream. I think there's a higher chance of us getting something than not, but I'm still not fully on board with their 100... I'm not on board with the 100% being something as much as I probably would have been in the past. I think the letdowns, they obviously they've dented my expectations as well as I'm sure a lot of your guys' expectations as well. So you know, if I had to put it on paper, I'd say 60% they're being something, 40% they're not, but once again that is 60-40 for a reason and not 70-30 for a reason. The reason I'm saying it's just a bit more is because spring. Technically, WB Games only have one game now releasing in spring this year. They've confirmed the Batman. It's not a Batman game, I'm being told. I don't care what it is. They've confirmed their game Gotham, what was it? Gotham something, can't remember, but that's releasing next year. So there's going to be no trailer to do with that at this event, because they've said they can't wait to share more in the coming months. If they were going to announce that game to be delayed, with a trailer coming this week, they would have done it at the event. WB Games are at this event, so they're going to show something. I doubt they just turned up to sit down and have a cup of tea. I think they're there for a reason. But that reason could be them announcing a brand new game. You got to keep that in perspective as well. So who knows what it could be. Captain M, you asked, this might be a semi-stupid question, but where is the potential LEGO Star Wars trailer in which streams? I don't actually understand your question, to be honest. Do you mean what stream is this going to be shown in? It's going to be potentially, once again, we've got to keep in mind potentially here. It's going to potentially, nothing confirmed to support this, be shown at the Future Games show. You will pretty much find the stream on Thursday. I'm told it's at 9:45 because I didn't bother to check. Which, you know, on one side for me, it's like, well, I'm free on Thursday, so it doesn't bother me, but I probably should have checked, admittedly, for everyone else. But I'm told it's 9:45 PM UK time on Thursday. It wouldn't matter even if I had have checked because everyone's in different time zones. But if you can't find that for whatever reason, even though if you type it in on YouTube, you will pretty much find it. If you can't find it for whatever reason, just stop by this channel. I'll have the reminder up, I don't know, like a few hours a day before, something like that. So don't worry if you can't find it or anything. What am I looking for here? We're looking for this. Okay, lovely. I'm doing a reaction, to it. I think I kind of have to, just in case. I said in my videos this week I've been reluctant to stream events. Not because I'm worried about getting criticism if it's not there. I don't really care about that. It's more the fact that I don't want to get people's hopes up. Which was happening a few times, so I think, it probably, you could probably exaggerate on it quite a bit and say I've streamed loads of events and we've always been let down. I've probably streamed about 3, at most 4, and one of those was a success anyway. But there's been a Nintendo event this year, there's been a PlayStation event this year, and my reasoning, I said in the videos for not streaming those, was honestly, and it proved to be right, just because Microsoft have the marketing rights, and obviously the Future Games show isn't a Microsoft event, but it is not limited to just PlayStation, and it's the spring showcase. If it was summer showcase, if it was winter showcase, I think it'd be a very different story, but that's how it is. You predict 2022 for the release date. I've had some insane predictions in the comments. I've been having people predict like 3042, one of them was, which is over a long time away. I don't want to work out the exact date while trying to play because I'll probably get it wrong. But yeah, I've had a few different ones. Yeah, Alexi, I'm talking about the Future Games Showcase. Like I said at the start, it was not my plan for that just to be the topic, and I don't think it will just be the topic, but I think naturally there's a lot of people that want me to talk about it, so and probably the reason you're here, with it being on the title. So what do we do with this? Okay, keep it in the middle. Alright, it's okay. We're gonna have to destroy this then and make something else. Hello Ryan, good to see you. How are you? What episode from the Skywalker Saga am I most excited to play? You're looking forward to Revenge of the Sith. Scroody, it's the same for me, without a doubt. Revenge of the Sith. It's my favourite Star Wars movie. I'm looking forward to, because I've said this a few times for those of you who aren't aware, but when the video game was made, so Lego Star Wars 1, not the complete saga, we're talking about Lego Star Wars 1, it was at the same time Revenge of the Sith was being made, so it's a big, there's no proof behind it, but there's a big argument there that the reason a lot of the levels are so inaccurate in Revenge of the Sith, or some levels get given missions where they could have given other levels missions, such as Yoda versus Palpatine, Mace versus Palpatine, is because the movie was being made at the same time that was being made. and they didn't really have the same access to the material in the way they would have to Attack of the Clones and Phantom Menace. So there's no proof behind that, but it's heavily hinted upon when you take everything into consideration. I'd say how bad the Revenge of the Sith levels are, honestly. They're not bad in a way where I hate them. I still love the game, but they're not as in tune in the complete saga, are they? Like you have the Kashyyyk mission, which really Kashyyyk isn't in the movie that much when you think about it, and probably could have been missed. I think it should be a side mission as well in the new game, like an extra quest. But yeah, you've got the Jedi Temple one as well, which, like I've said many times as well, you look at the start of that level and it's not even Coruscant. You're on some mountain planet at the start with the Jedi Temple on it. It's weird. I'm kind of hoping they do something like Force Awakens where they show in between stories, kind of like C-3PO's Red Arm. That was great for me. I really enjoyed those missions on this game. I mean, we will be playing through them anyway, but just having that bit more, because there was the Poe Dameron one. Correct me if I'm wrong, because like I said, it's been a few years since I 100%ed this, but there was the mission where you play as Poe, right, and get back to the Resistance base, because he kind of just disappears in the movie, doesn't he? So it was nice to do that one, if my memory serves me well, which it doesn't always. So we know the 6 packs have been confirmed. Now I think the best way to treat these extra 2 packs, and it probably sounds like this is my excuse for everything, is prepare for the worst with those as well. It was a leaked screenshot showing us 8 packs. That could have since changed. It could just be 6. There might not be a 7 and 8. I don't know. Like, if there was to be a character pack 7 and 8, obviously I want a Clone Wars, I want a Rebels, and I think for the most part, I think I'd probably argue 95% of the community would probably want one of those as Clone Wars, and maybe there's the second one. There'd be a lot who want Rebels. There'd be other people who wanted something else. I know Old Republic is definitely something highly requested, but that's not going to happen because it's not canon. And although the LEGO Star Wars games themselves aren't canon, usually the assets in them are. If you go back to the Clone Wars game back in 2011, the reason Starkiller and Battle Damage Raider, which was from The Force Unleashed, were in that game was mainly because they were canon at the time. And also, if you look at, he's called Vader's Apprentice. The copyright there within the own license sometimes is difficult between games. So between different licenses, it's like you're never going to see Fallen Order characters, unfortunately, in LEGO Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga, which I'd love, because that'd be another fantastic character pack, but that's probably not going to happen. Rogues, how you doing? You got the moleskin on Battlefront. That's like very late, isn't it? I got that a year ago. Nearly a year ago. It wasn't out a year ago. There was a triple jump glitch. I had no idea, Squaddy. I had no idea that was a thing. What are we doing here? Is this, we playing a game with Captain Ifano? Lovely. Right, we gotta get 10 of these in, well, this seems fairly easy. Watch me say that and then some difficult trick comes out of nowhere. But keep your questions coming, guys. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. As always, I'd very much appreciate it. This is a personal thing I want to see in LEGO Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga. I'd like to see a droid builder / customizer, or at least an improvement from the last game. I'd like to see a B1 battle droid build. So droid customizing, I suppose it gets a bit complicated, doesn't it? What assets can you swap out? Personally, I've said this. I mean, I don't think I've gone to the degree ever of talking about droids, because what my original dream was for the customizer in the Skywalker Saga would just be to have every asset you can intertwine and mix and match, apart from Force Ghost assets. I'll tell you why. So what I mean is, first of all, leave the Force Ghost for a second. What I mean with every asset is, essentially, when you unlock a character, whether that's by studs, whether it's by playing the game, so say I unlock this Han Solo here, that means every asset from Han Solo is available in the character customizer, and therefore, if I really wanted to, obviously there'd be no point in this, but I can then go to the character customizer and recreate the Han Solo 100% how he looks here. So essentially every asset is available. The reason I say no Force Ghost assets, because they will be in the game. Of course they'll be in the game. I mean, Force Ghost Obi-Wan's in the trailer. Of course they will. But the reason I say no Force Ghost assets is because what the hell is it going to be if you've got Force Ghost legs and a normal body? That ain't going to work. So I say no Force Ghost assets. With droid assets, it's an interesting one, because if it's C-3PO legs, then you can mix and match them. If it's battle droid legs, I never really thought about it, to be honest, but that does become more difficult. So maybe certain assets like B1 battle droids, B2 battle droids, medical droids. I'm just trying to think of a few that use the same type of Lego bricks then, or pieces. Maybe they should have their own character customizer, or maybe they won't be included at all. Maybe you will be able to have, once again, we'll use this Han Solo as an example, maybe you'll be able to have Han Solo with B1 battle droid legs. I don't know. I wouldn't be against that, but we'll see, obviously. We'll see. It's been 46 days since the LEGO Group said we should keep an eye on their Twitter account for the release date. They've said nothing. I'm 100% sure we're getting a new trailer this Thursday, says War Heroes. I didn't realise it had been 46 days, actually, which is madness, isn't it, really? 46 days and still nothing. It's I want to say it's inexcusable. I mean, when do we stop using 2020 as an excuse? That's what I'm curious, because as much as I didn't want a delay, and to be honest, it's not that I want delays, but I'm all right with delays as long as we're told about them, because obviously I want the game to be the best possible. Of course I do. But when do you get to the point where we stop blaming last year and we actually say that this is unacceptable with how the game's being treated? I'm not sure. Don't bring that up, Hybrid, again. I'm trying to forget that awful moment about ice cream. Wonder if the Inquisitors will be in the game. Well, there's no Rebels pack, is there? And there's not going to be a Fallen Order pack. So that's an interest. There's a possibility they won't be, honestly. Which is kind of frustrating. I hope they'll be in there. Yeah, the drought is bad, Dan. I think... I know... I've had many comments, actually, that because I always go on about the predictions I get right, and I make it clear that I don't get everything right, but a lot of people seem to think I believe in my head that I get every prediction right. That's not true at all. I just have a good success rate, but even I was not prepared for the year we've had. And the constant delays. I honestly thought by now we'd have a release date. I honestly thought by now we would be in a bit of a quiet period, but I thought we'd be in a quiet period in a way where the trailer's out. That's not the case. That we got a release date, that's what I'd expect by now, and once again, that's not the case. Of course it is frustrating. I'm as unhappy as I'm sure all of you are. I know maybe it doesn't show. But I'm seriously unhappy with what's going on. I don't mind delays because I want the game to be the best it possibly is. And let's be honest, if the game was released and it was incomplete, we'd all be moaning about it. I just wish we weren't kept in the dark as much. One thing us gamers hate is the word soon. I think we can all agree. So do we have to kill these guys? I don't think we do. I don't think we're here to fight, are we? If I remember the movie correctly, right? No, I wanna take that down. Okay, good. What's your opinion on there being a demo? My opinion on a demo has been completely switched because they don't really do demos for LEGO games these days, and I think at this point they're done trolling. I can see that a demo just being out the window very soon, if not already. There probably isn't a plan for a demo. I think demos are becoming a bit outdated at this point. What other games do you really see do demos? That's not me saying I agree with it. I don't mind demos, honestly, but they're becoming a bit outdated, which is sad. It is very sad, but it is what it is, I suppose. It is what it is. Alright, what are we at? These ones, they're always like so basic, but at the same time, when you're doing them for the first time in a while, it gets a bit confusing. Right, I think I know. So all that should come through here now. I have no idea. Yeah, and then you bring that there. But I'm confused how we got it. How we gotta get this to work. Can I get out of this with BB-8? It won't even let me out of it. Oh no. Interesting, interesting. I admit I have no idea what it really wants me to do right now. Let's find the question while I figure it out. How you doing, Brick Boy? Good to see you. Fallen Order puzzles were not basic, they were so annoying. Oh god, Fallen Order was a horrible game to play when you were on, what was it, Zepho? Zepho was horrible. Hello Elizabeth, hello Hayden. Let me find, I want to find something to answer while I uncover this plot. So I get what you were saying, Gangshile, about a specific customizer for those droids. Like I do get that, absolutely. It's just would they do it? That's my point here. That's my point. Okay, that's gone green. All right, we've done something, boys. We've done something. Okay, we've done something. Yes! I've solved a puzzle for 3-year-olds. Guys, I've solved a puzzle for 3-year-olds. Can we get some GGs in the chat? GGs in the chat. You will never see anything as insane as that in your life. I'm so pleased. How do you consume ice cream? You know, the hybrid. Good job I can take the bullying, because you really bully me, some of you. I'm joking, or am I? Finally we can talk to Mars. Unbelievable that we had to sort this out just to have a conversation with Kanata. Unbelievable. Thank you for the GGs. This is a good time for me to promote that if you become a member you can unlock the GG emoji. Look at that. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Then every time I solve a puzzle for 3-year-olds, we can all put it together. What boss fight am I most looking forward to? I am most looking forward to... Look, the reason I say this is a difficult one is because on paper it would be Anakin versus Obi-Wan, or Luke and Vader versus Palpatine. But the one thing... You all know what concerns me about Luke versus Palpatine. It's the fact that Palpatine won't have his lightsaber, potentially. The reason I'm not saying Anakin versus Obi-Wan, I'm saying it on paper, but what's kind of put me off that is the fact that we're getting Mace Windu, well, hopefully we're getting Mace Windu versus Palpatine for the first time ever in a Lego game. And that, for me, that's going to be hard to beat, because that's one of my favourite fights anyway. So the fact that we're getting it for the first ever time is huge. If we are, imagine we don't. I think that would be a big troll, considering we know there's going to be bonus levels for each episode. If we didn't, that would be so disappointing. Oh, okay. I'm aware Starkiller Base is Ilum, Cal. Well, technically, Ilum's going to be in the Skywalker Saga. I like that Starkiller Base is Ilum, actually. I really do. It's a little something. It's a bit of continuity. You can't not like it, in my opinion. Well, you can if you want to. But in my eyes, I think it's a fantastic addition. Come on, BB. How do Geonosians consume ice cream? Hey, a hybrid, I'll test you even more. How do the zombie Geonosians consume ice cream? Maybe they have to drink it. Who knows? This puzzle seems a bit too hard for me, you know. I might need the chat's help with this. Circular Base is Ellum, yeah. If you played Fallen Order... Well, I kind of knew before Fallen Order because I'd seen a video on it where it's in one of the comics, but... You know what I'd really like in the Skywalker Saga? When you're on Circular Base, I'd like some references. A reference to Gungi would be good enough for me. Gungi the Wookiee Jedi. What a fantastic guy he is. With the best lightsaber in existence. A wooden hill. What about that?
It's just more old droids. We're not turning back.
More old droids. Wait, they're here to attack me. I don't remember this from the movie. Oh, more of them. What were the odds? Do you think we'll get Scarif in the Rogue One pack? No, we know the character packs are only going to be character packs with no levels. And they've also confirmed that there is no Rogue One content apart from that already. Or the shot in the trailer, at least, of Vader is not from Rogue One. I would highly doubt there'd be Rogue One content. I hope I'm wrong. Because I love Scarif. I mean, if there is, it's got to be Scarif. But I highly doubt there's going to be anything apart from the character pack. You got to remember that this is the Skywalker Saga, and as much as there will be bonus character packs, the main objective is the Skywalker Saga. It's the 9 movies. So whether you're, you know, it doesn't matter whether you're a bit like me and you only like the first 6, or maybe you're an OT fan and you only like those, or maybe it's just the prequels. It doesn't matter. It's all 9 of the official movies. So that's the situation there. How do Wookiees consume ice cream? No idea. No idea, my friend. What? I need that one to stay. Right, surely... Can we destroy this? No, we can't destroy it. More droids. More old droids. Wait, I can stand on this. Okay, BB, can you stand on that then? Okay, so it doesn't stay shut when he's on it, apparently. Neither when Rey's on it. Okay, so we're going to have to twist this around. What droid am I most looking forward to playing as? C-3PO, just because of the things we've heard about him. You can find out a lot of those things in my demo videos, but... or my demo video, should I say, singular. But you're going to be able to control his body or his legs at separate given times, which already interests me. And then also, you're going to be able... So, if you're talking to a droid, C-3PO translates it, so it comes up at the bottom of what it's actually saying, which I think is a fantastic feature, honestly. I'm really looking forward to using C-3PO. I think he's going to be a lot better than he was in the original LEGO Star Wars games, where you just essentially beat him up. But yeah, will he be able to run? He can run. The protocol droids can run in this game, can they not? Pretty sure they can. I'm pretty because I used the red one last week, and that guy could run. So I hope so. Okay, we've done it. They're both facing. Lovely. You know, some of these puzzles designed for 3-year-olds, well, maybe a bit older than 7-year-olds. It says 7 on the cover. I know what I'm doing wrong here. I was just looking at the cover. Some of the puzzles designed for 7-year-olds are difficult. Okay, so more GGs for completing that. I don't even know how I did it. I don't really understand what I was doing there. I was just spinning it around and hoping they'd align. These puzzles for 7-year-olds are very hard. How will I sleep tonight? Imagine if we get puzzles, and we will get puzzles like this in the Skywalker Saga. Now, I remember this room, actually. I'm proudly going to admit, back in 2016, when I played this game, I got stuck in this room. I had to watch a video on it to complete it. And I can remember, like, it's the only part pretty much in the whole game that I got stuck on for a long period of time, where I just ended up watching a video. And I can't for the life of me remember how I got through it, but I did. So, yeah. Do you think George Lucas should be a playable character? I do. I don't see a way around him not being a playable character. If you're going to put Kathleen Kennedy and J.J. Abrams in the last game, who, in my opinion, do not deserve to be in a Lego game. I'm not saying they've got everything wrong, but they've definitely got a lot wrong. I don't think they deserve to be in a Lego Star Wars game, whereas George Lucas, the maker, once again, he's definitely done things that I've not agreed with, but he deserves to be in a Lego Star Wars game for me. He's the only non-universe character that deserves to be in the game. He's the maker, of course he does. Looking forward to playing as Gonk Droids, but I'm not sure what abilities they will have. Well, if you watch my demo video, it's pretty much looking like Super Gonk is in the game, because the Gonk Droid speeds off and falls face first into the ground, which I'm looking forward to Gonk Droids. I just want a permanently Super Gonk Droid. Like, let's get rid of let's get rid of the slow speed on them. Let's just have them super all the time. But that's good enough for me. Oh, we've made a trampoline now. And we get up there. What interesting mechanics these are. Wow. Incredible. Alright, we got ladders. That's good. That's good. Hello there, Guvius. Good to see you. You also got stuck on this bit, Porgs. That's the thing. I remember getting stuck on it, but it's too long ago to actually remember what part of it I was stuck on. So I'm kind of waiting for that, because right now I'm not really stuck. I've not been doing it enough, honestly, to get stuck yet. But I'm sure that moment will come. We'll see, won't we? I'm sure we will. We will soon figure out. Interesting indeed. What character are you going to make first? Probably Darth Jar Jar. Probably Darth Jar Jar, you know. I love Darth Jar Jar. What a great idea that was, whoever came up with that theory. I made him as a kid. Remember I called him Darth Binks when I was a kid, and everybody found that, like, interesting, let's say. They found it very interesting. Hello, Jack Hayes, good to see you. Have I heard the bloodthirsty B1 battle droid, Mr. Bones? Actually, I do think I've heard something about Mr. Bones. I recall the name, but I can't remember what the hell it was. But no, I actually do think I remember something. Was it one? I'm going up. What? Let's go back to Ray a second. Alright, I don't really... I was pressing Y. Maybe this is where I got stuck on all those years ago. Find a long question. Guys, like and subscribe if you're new as well. I'm pretty sure TT Games said they would reveal more in the coming months when they drop gameplay. When they drop the gameplay reveal in August. Now I feel like they shouldn't have said that. There hasn't been any news. That's one of the biggest problems I have. It's the the whole coming months, soon, all these words, and they're trolls half of the time. Like they're such trolls, but we always have to deal with it, don't we? Now I understand why that's not working now. It's because we still got to get the other whatever it is, this grey piece here. Where is it? That's the question. Is it in here? Yeah, it is in here. I see it there, so how do we get in there? Interesting. Am I right that the Spring Game Awards is continuing their event on the 28th? I'm pretty sure it is, yeah. I've heard a few people mention that. So that could be a shout for something too. It's going to be a busy few days. I'd be so concerned and so surprised, actually, if nothing was to come. But I'm just not ruling it out. Because I'm fed up of, I think like most, just getting your hopes up and then we are let down constantly. So... yeah, we'll have to see, won't we? But there's got to be something. There has to be. At this point, there has to be. They can't. They surely can't troll us again. They can't. Right, does this actually do anything? No, we already used that, didn't we? Get rid of the thing you built and then have BB-8 turn the gear. Okay, right. Let's try it now. If I'm following what you said correctly, this would probably be one of those things I have to try a few times, and then I will eventually get it. But yeah, I need Ray to go up there. All right, now go Y. Now he just doesn't do it at all. It's not that one. It's not that one. Now I think this is where I got stuck all those years ago. So Mr. Bones was in official Star Wars content then, whether it's canon or not. I think I recall the name. I'm not going to answer all the how does select Star Wars character consume ice cream. I'm not ignoring the comments, I see them, but you can talk amongst yourselves about how characters consume ice cream. I really don't care to that degree to answer all of them about how does select character consume ice cream. I don't know. I don't really care how they do, to be honest. But let me try something here actually. Put that. Can I stand on? Yeah, stand on top of it. Ray can't double jump, or can she? Wait. Yeah, she can double jump. It's not the highest of double jumps, but she can double jump. Oh, she can do a flip as well. Well, she did one then. I don't know how, but she did flip then. Oh no, don't build there. Why is Stormtrooper's aim so bad? I don't know. Plot armor, isn't it? It's plot armor. Apparently we know two of the ships from Legends will be in the game, the assault gunship and the Skyprey blast boat. Where would, first of all, I'm not actually familiar with what those are. Second of all, where were they confirmed? I actually have no recollection of these being confirmed. So first of all, I need to pinpoint where, and then yeah. Interesting. No, honestly, no idea. This is the part I got stuck at all those years ago, and it's coming back. So BB-8 now, he would do this, but I feel like the other screw has to be in there. Would it be cool if he was a playable character in the new game? So he's just a normal B1 battle droid. I mean, you could probably make him. You could probably make Mr. Bones, and that would be enough. How does Grogu consume ice cream? No idea. No idea, mate. I don't... Probably normally, like most people, consume it. Genuinely, no idea here. Honestly, I am stuck. I am completely stuck. I have no clue. Maybe this. Is that gonna... Please don't disappear. You were my only hope, Lantern. That lantern was my only hope of maybe using it to explode the door or something. Something. I thought the lantern would be able to explode, but apparently not. How do you think Palpatine's a lesser evil will work? You'll probably get all 4 of them. And then you might lose them one by one in each room. So you'll lose like Aegon Kolar first, then Sassy Tin, and you'll probably play the vast majority of the level with Kit Fisto Mace, and then you'll probably finish the level with Kit Fisto Mace. Then the cutscene will play out. Kit Fisto will die in that. That's the way I'd probably see it going. Rey is close to the platform, is that it? Okay. No, that's not it. Still doesn't work. It's because we don't have the other piece to go in there, but I don't understand how we get that out either. My most hyped boss, like I said, on paper probably Anakin versus Obi-Wan, but considering we've never had Palpatine versus Windu before, maybe even Palpatine versus Yoda in the Senate chamber, like that's going to be huge and that's going to be crazy. That could be it, maybe. Maybe. I'm doing good, William. How are you? Thoughts on the sequel trilogy now it's over? I mean, I don't really go into it these days, mainly because it's over for me, and I don't really... Because I don't like them, in short, really. I can tolerate 7 and 9 as their own thing, but I just don't really like them. But at the same time, I don't care about them to go on about them, really. So I just don't include them in my mind. I can't wait to play them in the game, because like I've said many times, I think LEGO games do an excellent job of making even the worst of the stories amazing. So I have no problem playing them in the LEGO game. I think they're going to be really fun. There's probably going to be that level that you didn't like it in the movie, but it's going to be really fun in the LEGO game. Here we go. I'm so confused because it was telling me to hold down. Oh, to hold up, sorry, and I had to hold down. I mean, I don't want to make excuses, but that's kind of the game's fault. Because it was pointing up, and I was holding up, obviously. And then it says I gotta hold down. I'm not trying to make excuses, but I'm just doing what it was telling me to do. I was honestly just telling me doing what it was telling me, Sue. So I don't really understand why it would tell me to go up if it wants me to go down. Honestly, that seems really stupid. That seems really stupid, as far as I'm concerned. Do you think the random encounters you will get to fight different classes of Star Destroyers other than just regular Imperial Star Destroyers and Separatist Dreadnoughts? So, I'd like it to be, because we've seen in one of the images a Super Star Destroyer, haven't we? So, from that, I would say yes. But once again, it depends on how far they're prepared to go with each era. So, with the Imperial era, potentially, because we've seen a Super Star Destroyer. Therefore, they're not going to include Super Star Destroyers without normal Star Destroyers, are they? So, you could say so there. What would you have in the prequel era, though? You'd have the Venators. You'd have the Dreadnoughts. Maybe the Malevolence could pop out, but there's only one Malevolence, isn't there? So maybe then again, probably no. I mean, it'd be crazy if you were playing the sequels and then Snoke's... what's Snoke's called? It's called the Supremacy, isn't it? Imagine Snoke's Supremacy just drops out of hyperspace. That'd be mad. That'd be so cool. Because once again, this goes to support my point. Because like I said, I'm not really a fan of the sequels, but the reason I look forward to playing them in the game is because they make some of the most boring levels fun. And imagine that Dreadnought dropping out of hyperspace. You got to take that down, and then you get to board it as like Finn and Rose and DJ. It sounds so fun to me, and going back on free play as well. That's another thing. All these maybe boring planets from... Well, I'm saying sequels, but you might be a prequel... you might not be a prequel fan. So imagine going back to the planets that are kind of cool, but they don't have very good story points in the movie, and you go back to them in the game, but you go in free play with characters you like. That's another thing I enjoy about it. Of course, I'm going to be going to sequel planets as prequel era characters. That's one of my favourite things, actually, about it. But yeah, well, that was a terrible jump, right? Do you think the enemies should get harder to kill as the game progresses? I feel they should. There's a name for that. There's an option. Is it like adaptive difficulty or something? I believe it's in the complete saga, where the enemies do get harder as the game goes on. For me, that works fine, but I think it should be an option. If it's an option, it's much better, because you got to remember, this is a game that's got 7 on it. Jokes aside, about my puzzle solving, but it's got 7 on it. So for children who aren't very good at puzzles, children, definitely not me, you need to be able to have the option. If you are a bit older, you want adaptive difficulty, then maybe, but you've also got to have the option where it's as easy as the game goes through, the same difficulty level. The Supremacy is supposed to measure the length of 30 football pitches. Yep, which you can believe. And of course the whole thing, every little room is not going to be explorable, but a large portion of that... My chair is so creaky, I need to sort this. You heard that? This has got worse lately, I don't know why. But I'll fix that. Anyway, the whole Supremacy isn't going to be explorable, but a large portion of it is going to be. And I'm going to have a ton of fun exploring that. That's going to be an incredible ship to explore. It could be one of the best, because you take the prequel era ships, you take the original trilogy era ships, and that Supremacy is 30 football pitches. It's mad. 31 football pitch is huge. 30 of them. I mean, I thought adaptive difficulty made the game harder. I honestly don't know, because I didn't use the setting. But it's kind of irrelevant because my point was, I think you should, yes, have an option to make the game go easier. Harder as it goes along. But you should also have the option to not activate that and just play the game at the same difficulty. Honestly, I would rather play the game at the same difficulty. Because when you play a new LEGO game these days, and they're so different, look how different this one is in comparison to the Clone Wars, and how different the Clone Wars is in comparison to the complete saga. First time playing them, or even when it's a second time like this and I haven't played it in years, I forget so many things. So I want to play on the same difficulty. If I'm going back for a second time that isn't 3 years from the first time me playing it, then yes, I'm probably going to use it where difficulty gets harder and harder, but you should have the option to play it where the game gets harder and harder, or the option to play it where it's just the same difficulty. That works. That seems logical to me. Let's see if that's how they do it, I don't know. But I'd love it to go that way. Be sure to like and subscribe, guys, if you're new as well. We got past that horrible Takadana mission. So that was the one I was dreading, just because of that room. Where it wanted me to go up, but I had to go down. But, yeah. It's a new story. They rather have a lot of voice actors from the older films. It's probably, they've said in interviews they've got Lucasfilm verified actors now. One which, I know she's not the most popular of characters, but take Rose, and the reason I'm using Rose is because a lot of the so you look at the holiday special, the special on Disney Plus that came out, and it was supposed to kind of coincide with the game. That's why there's like all the holiday promotions with the jumpers being figures in the game and the holiday Gaunt droid. It's why the blue milk Luke plays a big part in that, and that's an exclusive minifigure. A lot of the assets and a lot of the characters you see, if not all of them, in that holiday special are going to be in the game, and they're supposed to intertwine in a way. And a lot of the actors in that were Lucasfilm verified actors. So Finn was voiced by a random guy, Rey was voiced by a random guy, but Rose was voiced by Kelly Marie Tran, who plays Rose in the movie. Now, for whatever reason, she agreed to come back and do it, unlike the others, which it can be scheduled, it can just be the fact that they didn't want to do it. So I would guess, looking at that she will voice Rose. So there's one, there you're going to have the official actor. But then, the most likely, with that situation, you're going to look at Finn, you're going to look at Rey, and they're not going to be voiced by the actors who played them in the movie, like Daisy Ridley and John Boyega. Now, you look at the Clone Wars characters in that holiday special. Anakin and Obi-Wan were voiced by their Clone Wars voice actors, Matt Lancer and James Arnold Taylor. I would say that most likely means that's who will voice them in the game as well. So, obviously not every character who's going to be in the game was in that holiday special, but a lot of them will intertwine. So, but the point I'm trying to make is, if Rose's actor, official actor, came back, there will be others. There will be some, here, there, and everywhere. Did I say Rey was voiced by a random girl? It might, you never know. Might have been a guy. Might have been a guy or a dog. The point I was trying to make, I think, was pretty clear. Obviously, I think Rey was probably voiced by a girl from what I heard. Not a random guy, but you never know. I don't have any confirmation on that. But the point I'm trying to make here is there will be a few actors from the movies who return. But I'd play a close eye on that holiday special credits list. Because if not all of those will be the exact same situation for the game. Let's continue. Tom M, welcome. Online Joey, welcome. Bomb, welcome. I mean, Cody's going to be in the game, that, without a doubt. Episode 3. Rex, as it stands, he's not been in The Mandalorian, so he's not going to be in any of those character packs. We've not got a Clone Wars pack. We've not got a Rebels pack. So Rex, even though I've said I think characters like Rex, Clone Wars Ahsoka, because we obviously know we're going to get Mandalorian Ahsoka in one of the Mandalorian character packs, believe it or not. We're not getting Clone Wars Ahsoka as far as we know right now. So I still think characters like that could be included via Kyber bricks for unlocking certain things. They know the popularity of Rex and Ahsoka and Ventress and other characters are exclusive to Clone Wars. I suppose Ahsoka isn't anymore, but she was, so yeah. That's how it works. Well, there, Jacob, good to see you. Samuel L. Jackson will most likely not voice Mace Windu. Your big actors, like if they can't. Now, once again, it depends on if the actor wants to come back. But Samuel Jackson, Harrison Ford, Ewan McGregor probably got better things to be doing than voicing Lego games. Now, if they combine voice lines, which I hope they do, but I don't think they're going to do this time around. It's like this game combines voice lines from the movies and pre-recorded voice lines for the game. But I believe, to my knowledge, that Daisy Ridley and John Boyega did come back to voice the characters in this game. Harrison Ford, if you listen to him, he's got a lot of lines from the movie that are obviously Han Solo, if you listen to him, has a lot of lines from the movie which are obviously Harrison Ford. But he's got a lot of lines that are made just for this game that clearly aren't Harrison Ford. Same with Poe Dameron. Oscar Isaacs didn't come back for this game and do the voice for Poe, but there are lines from Poe from the movie, so it's a bit of both with Poe and a bit of both with Han. Finn and Rey, like I said, to my knowledge, I think they did come back and voice them for this. I'm pretty sure. And finally, we get to use a lightsaber. I haven't done this since Luke in the prologue. That's one of the things I don't like about the sequels as much, just lack of lightsaber. Well, I say the sequels, pretty much episode 7 is the lack of lightsabers for most of it. It's like they're trying to build up what the lightsaber is in the movie, but it's episode 7. You're supposed to know by that point what they are. Another reason. I don't like the sequels that much because I feel like they treat the audience like they don't have a clue what's going on. It's episode 7 for a reason. But, ooh, look at Finn. Look at that, wow. Speaking of voice actors, do you reckon Mark Hamill voiced Luke? Nope. I really... Actors, I think, could possibly... Look, you look at Anakin and Obi-Wan. Technically, it's not like there's random people voicing them. It's their Clone Wars voice actors, but the sequel characters don't have that same advantage of having like an animated show where a lot of the characters returned. I know they have Resistance, but a lot of the characters weren't in that. Poe was, and I think for the few scenes he was in it, he was voiced by Oscar Isaacs. So, realistically, who would return? Rose is pretty much the only one we know of right now that will most likely be voiced by her movie actress. Who honestly could there be? Because there's a lot of big actors in Star Wars, and I don't know, honestly, who else would come back. I would expect not really many of them. The motorbikes have arrived outside. Wouldn't be a stream without them, of course. We get to use Mars now. I love Mars. I think she's an underrated character. Could have done a lot more with her. Look at these young fellows up here. Run free. Dan, the reason I say I don't think Mark would return, even though he's done other games, I hate to sound like that guy here, but the Lego games by a lot of people are not taken as seriously. You look at, now obviously different times when Battlefront was made. A lot of the actors did come back for that, but a game like Battlefront is taken a lot more seriously than a Lego game. A Lego game is taken as a bit of a mimic in a way, which it is to an extent. I'm not saying it's not, but it's not taken as seriously. If there was a Battlefront 3, there'd be way more actual actors who played the characters in the movies coming back for that. But let me say two actually while I remember. So Billy D. Williams will most likely voice Lando. I know he's a big actor himself. I'm not trying to say he's not by saying. By the way, me saying that any character's official actor will return is not me saying they're like not a big actor or anything. But the reason I say Billy D. Williams will return for Lando, and also Anthony Daniels for C-3PO, who's not as much of a big actor as he, but the reason I say those two is because they're known to voice the characters no matter what. You never get anyone else voicing them, especially C-3PO, but Lando as well. So Lando and C-3PO will most likely have Anthony Daniels and Billy D. Williams portraying them. I think it's pretty clear Sam Witwer, who does Maul in the Clone Wars, will probably do Maul in this game, which is technically his actor. Not his physical actor, that's Ray Park, isn't it? But his voice actor. And he's also doing Sidious. You can pretty much tell from watching that trailer he's doing Sidious. So, there you go. I'm not saying Mark Hamill didn't come. If he's done Joker for Lego games, then he could. Honestly, he could. I don't see it as happening. For whatever reason, Mark Hamill didn't do Battlefront. He's not done either of the Battlefronts, and they're huge, and they managed to get a lot of the actual actors in to do the characters themselves. If Mark Hamill didn't do Battlefront, then I don't think he's going to do this game. If he's done other Lego games in the past, I suppose that was then. But I stand by it. I really don't think he's going to come back. I want him to, obviously. You'd have nobody else to play Luke, would you, than Luke himself, but I don't see it happening. I hope I'm wrong. Like I said, look at that holiday special. Mark didn't voice him in that, and that's going to have a lot of intertwining actors. Do you think General Grievous will get his own fighting style? Yeah, he kind of has to. Grievous is going to be one of the most unique characters in the game, by a country mile. Probably the most unique. Can't wait to get invincibility. I'm pretty sure invincibility is in this game, so be nice to get invincibility. I need to take down that sniper as well. Apparently I can't. Will they bring the Darksaber into the game? Yeah, they will. Because Moff Gideon's in the game. And he'll most likely get it. I know you can argue spoilers for The Mandalorian. The Mandalorian himself, Din Djarin, technically has the Darksaber now, but they'll go off who's had it for the longest period of time in the show, which is Gideon in that show. If they did the Clone Wars pack and Pre Vizsla was in it, they'd maybe give it to him. Maybe they'd give it to Maul in Clone Wars. I don't know, but the Darksaber will more than likely be in the game. Yes. Which I'm excited about. I'm a big Darksaber fan. I mean, who isn't? Who doesn't love the Darksaber? It's one of a kind. I love it. Freddy, you got a point, but look, I'm saying in my opinion, I don't believe Mark Hamill will voice Luke in the Skywalker Saga. That is not me saying I don't want him to. Of course I want him to. I just don't think he will. And I pray I'm wrong and you're right. It's not giving me the option to do that for some reason. Right, Han, you try it. It's not giving me the option to. Right, here we go. Right, finally got rid of that bloody sniper, man. It's like is there a shield over him and it's just glitching? I'm not too sure, actually. It's Luminara Unduli, look. There's so many Luminara Unduli and Sassy Tin like statues on this level. It's interesting. But I'm not complaining, obviously. Love my Clone Wars references. You see, I can't tell if there's I think there's supposed to be a shield over him quite clearly, isn't there? Oh no, okay, there's not. Will DLC characters have voice lines? Yeah, I'd say so. I think there's a reason they're being put in there. Because they don't in this... Do they in this? I'm pretty sure a lot of them don't in this game. But I would argue... Look, you look at the Bad Batch straight away. Now, obviously, we pretty much know D. Bradley Baker's going to be doing the clones in the game. That's his Clone Wars voice actor. Bad Batch pack. There you go. He does them all. What else have we got? The motorbikes are here. It's every stream. You gotta love it. I'll wait. I'll just give it a few seconds until I continue, so I can concentrate without these good awful motorbikes in the way. Right, can I concentrate now? Okay, DLC characters, where were we? I think, what other packs? Rogue One. They'll probably... Look, I'll be honest with you, Rogue One's probably going to have some really bad voice actors in it. But they probably will be voiced, I would guess. Solo, same. I mean, they'll probably get the same guy to voice young Han as old Han and normal middle-aged Han. There might be a few characters that go without it. I mean, the classic character pack, I hope, actually, that the classic character pack doesn't have voices in it, even if there is a legacy mode, that is, even if you got that turned off. And there is voices in the game. I still hope the classic characters don't have voices, just to go back with the old games. Maybe the whole reason there is no Clone Wars pack or Rebels pack is because they're worried about voices. I don't know. It's possible. I wouldn't be too bothered if certain characters didn't have voices, honestly. I mean, I don't really care about voices in LEGO games, do I? But I know some do. Which is I know a lot do, actually. There's a lot of younger fans. And a lot of older fans as well who just prefer the voices, and that's fine. I'm not saying I don't look forward to the voices, but it's like this game. I never really stop talking, and it's not just for the sake of that I'm streaming, but I don't stop talking when there's voices or when there's cutscenes to listen to what they're saying. I'd just rather watch them and interpret it myself because I'm used to the older LEGO games. So I never stop talking for the cutscenes. Oh, it's Captain Ifano. He's been captured. Too bad they didn't put kicks with them. The ship from Legends was mentioned in a Metro article back in 2019. They watched the demo and spotted the ship, and the dev... Oh yeah, the dev did confirm it. Yes, I remember that one now. I don't actually know what the vehicle is myself. I'm not really into Legends. I have no idea what it looks like, but I do remember what you're referring to. I do. Which any references are great. Here's TR-ATAR himself. Alright, Finley, let's go. I don't like the health bars in this game around the enemy, where it's just like a heart with a red circle that goes down and down. Nothing to me about that screams LEGO, honestly. Deary me. Is he dead? Nope, he's still going somehow. TR-ATAR is still going. Do you think there's a chance you could make your own ship in the game? Realistically, no. I'll just say that straight out because I don't want to get anyone's hopes up. I'd love it once again. But no. And I do also think, I know an argument there could be, there's been all this extra time that they've been working on the game. This extra time will not in any way be on extra features. It will be on polishing the features that were meant to be in the game in the first place. That's what it'll be doing. Do I know how to make 1,000,000 studs in less than 10 minutes? Yep. Have all the coin multipliers. And then you should pretty much have 1,000,000 studs. Can I please mute Hybrid? I mean, he's not really doing anything. Hybrid knows I find his ice cream comments annoying, but I just choose not to answer them because, like I told him, I've got to focus on the LEGO Star Wars questions. He's not really doing anything wrong, though. He's just really irritating with ice cream. For what he's referring to, I said, was it 2 weeks ago in my live stream? I was talking about the ice cream obsession in LEGO Star Wars, the Clone Wars, how every cutscene has like an ice cream joke in it. And then I said drink ice cream instead of eat ice cream, and everybody found it funny, and let's say Hybrid found it extra funny. Which is fine. I do give off that effect sometimes with my stupid lines. Like when I when I said earlier, not as many. I think only one person picked up on it because I didn't even pick up on it until that one guy reminded me. But I said in this game, I said, or no, in the holiday special, sorry, on Disney Plus, I said Finn is voiced by a random guy and Rey is voiced by a random guy. I doubt a random guy voiced Rey. It's possible. You never know, but I doubt it. What you told? What hybrid? I don't know. I don't understand. Kylo Ren's here now. All be quiet. Don't be quiet. Start asking me questions. I mean, don't just focus on Kylo Ren. I hate that I had this set actually back in the day. I don't anymore. I sold most of my Lego sets, but I don't like how when Kylo Ren has the hood up, his helmet just turns into a regular Lego headpiece. I hope that's changed by now. And speaking of Lego sets, because I don't really buy them anymore, mainly because I don't really like the play sets. I prefer the UCS, but my bank account would go broke, and I also don't have room for all these UCS sets. But I will most likely be getting this UCS Republic gunship, so maybe we'll do a build through live stream. I can't confirm that because the way my PC performs, it may not happen. But if I can get it sorted, I'm probably going to get it unless it looks dreadful. So we might do a live stream on that whenever it releases. Is it set to release this year? Or is it next year? I love the Resistance theme. Da 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 da. Dun, dun, dun. I don't understand why Poe kept getting a new X-Wing in like every movie. Oh no, he doesn't. He has the same one, doesn't he, in the Last Jedi, and then it gets blown up. But I wish he'd just like... Surely they could have found another black one. Like, his black X-Wing is so good. Because a big problem I had design-wise is that nobody... Like, they were still using X-Wings and TIE Fighters in the sequel era. Like, the design, look at it, this black one is so nice. There's no debating that, surely. UCS gunship? I think it's this year. Do I think it'll be delayed? The game, again... It's... How is it delayed? Because like I said... like I've said before, it could come out on the last day of spring. And behind the scenes, it could have been originally set for May. And then it comes out in June. But we don't officially know that. So unless it comes out any day after June 21st, then that's not a delay. It's like... when we say the game was delayed the first time, people say, oh well, it was delayed from October because the date was on the Star Wars show. I remember that, it was like October 20th, wasn't it? Technically, that date was then taken down and confirmed as not official, so the delay was only from 2020 to 2021. So there's not been like multiple delays, there's officially only been one delay. So any time after June 21st is a second delay. And I think there's still a very good chance, especially if something comes this week, that there's going to be something before June 21st. Easily. Like, if we get something this week... Because I gave you all that date that made everyone panic, and I've realised I really need to be careful with my words since then. They said, if we get to March 12th and there's still nothing, then you can get worried. But when I said that, this was like mid-February, we had no idea about this Future Games event, so... this is our new March 12th in my eyes. This is our new if nothing comes this week. We panic. Now I still want you to prepare for the worst. But like I said in my video this week, and I genuinely watched both of those. If you're looking for more not news-based, future games-based, then watch my second to latest video. But I talk about in that how we should prepare for the worst, but bear in mind that if nothing comes this week, it is quite damaging, because that would rule out any time May and before for me. And it does kind of point towards that the trailer would just be released randomly online, which if that is the case, if they have nothing ready for this week, it would suggest that things aren't necessarily on track for them. You got him. Oh no, the General's transport. You know why they can't escape? Because the Resistance transport is a horrible shape. Like the First Order transport and Resistance transport, maybe I understand why they kept the TIE fighters and X-Wings in this era, because their ship design is terrible. Like both of them are so ugly. So ugly. Can I just shoot down the ship? I mean, Leia's gonna die, isn't she? If I shoot it down. You want me to ban you, Hybrid? I can't. Unfortunately, I can't ban you if you're not exactly being malicious. That is not me encouraging you to be malicious. I don't encourage that. Oh dear. We'll pick a better ship next time, and maybe you won't take as much damage. It's an ugly ship. Hello, Dan. How you doing? Do a barrel roll. What, that? That what I just did? More ties? Yeah. Here they come. Of course the ship is getting pummeled. Have you seen the shape of it? Can we all just agree that the Resistance transport looks ugly? And the only thing that even compares to it in terms of shocking design is the First Order transport. They look awful. Look at the smoke all coming out the back of it. That's my fault. My favourite LEGO game in general, probably Clone Wars. I'm having to put it above Complete Saga because I love the base building battles. The base building battles are incredible. I love the flying from ship to ship. I love exploring the capital ships, the bigger worlds, the Clone Wars era. The characters, like it's got Force Unleashed characters and everything. It's a great game. Here we go. Can we get a Rey scream? Rey! Oh man, I thought Finn in the end was a terrible character. But you gotta feel bad, like the man was just told to scream Rey all the time. You expect nothing less from Disney, but man, poor Finn, poor Finn. Because they said in the PlayStation magazine when they had the huge interview that they're gonna put things right with Finn, and I respect that, I really do. But they can only do so much with him. They can't change the story, and I don't think having him prominently in 15-minute Lego levels, and if you're struggling on the level, he's in it for like half an hour. I don't think that really counts because any character's going to be more dished out in a game in terms of screen time, where the levels are 15 minutes long. So I don't know what they're actually planning to do with Finn. They can't add scenes on, they can't make stuff... I mean, they can make stuff up to a certain degree that doesn't affect the plot, but the plot has to be the same, so... I don't know what they plan on doing with Finn, but I wish them the best with it, obviously. Like and subscribe, guys, if you're new, I would appreciate it. Yeah, Finn could have had a better part in the story. I didn't really... we need to stay on the track of the Skywalker Saga here, but I'll just answer it quickly, or comment on it quickly. Back when 2015, I was a huge Star Wars fan anyway, but I didn't really follow the online Star Wars community, so I didn't really follow any of the rumours or the theories. I've heard of them, but I didn't follow them. So I honestly expected with the promotion that Finn was going to be the Jedi. And then they did the whole 180 with Rey, But now I just think, why not have both of them? Why does one of them have to be the Jedi? I suppose they hinted at that at the end of episode 9, but it's over now. Like, even if they do it in a TV show or something, could have done it in the movie. So it's unfortunate. But no sequel, well, not no sequel talk. You guys can talk about what you want. But like I said, I moved on from those movies. We're here to talk Skywalker Saga, and we're here to focus on all the levels and how I've told you each level, no matter what you think about a movie or a particular part of a movie, all the levels are going to be fun to some degree. You're going to get that satisfaction when you find all the mini kits, or you find these Kyber bricks, or whatever it is, probably carbonite bricks because of the carbonite deluxe cover, and also the huge carbonite brick that they built back at E3 in 2019 when the game was revealed. So yeah. General Fishy, you said, let's say you have a capital ship and it starts getting damaged during a fight. Could you repair it manually? Take out fire and restore the shields manually? That'd be nice to do. Could we? Are they going to go that deep? Depends. I think they're definitely going to... There's more chance of that being in this game than any other LEGO Star Wars game that we've ever had, due to the level of depth that's probably going to be in there. But are they going to go ahead and do it? It's a very good question, but I can honestly say nothing more than I just don't know, but I'd really like it. But I really honestly can't tell you. I don't know with that one. Would it be a priority for them? Hello Jet, how you doing? Good to see you. Right, so this isn't the level now, so where are we off to now? I mean, technically it should be the car, shouldn't it?
Yeah, as I thought, it's a tree, and you got a lightsaber. Remember?
It's a tree. See, look at that. Look how Han is Harrison Ford in the cutscenes, and then now he's just like a random voice actor. I suppose if you're a kid, you won't notice that, but which is the best part, you know, being a kid and not really paying attention to this stuff. But all the fans like myself are probably gonna notice that. But I don't really care. It doesn't bother me that much. I don't want to continue story, because that's probably going to be way too long for another mission, and I don't want to rush them. So we can explore Takodana a bit, but we're making good progress, obviously. You know, I'm always tempted to just go on my 100% save on this game, but I'm going to stick to this one and get through it all, and have two 100% saves. You can't complain with two 100% saves. So we'll get a gold brick now anyway, which if Kyber bricks are replacing gold bricks, which it pretty much looks like they are, then it's disappointing. It's really disappointing. And to get characters as well, I'm pretty sure you do just have to find them walking around like the Clone Wars game, which is once again kind of unfortunate. Can Han do this? I mean, he's technically not Resistance, is he? I don't think Han can do that either. Unfortunate. Chewie, can you do this? SGT Smiley, I'm very excited for the Skywalker Saga as well. I think we all are at this point. Hello Splotchy, what's up man? Finley, this one's for you. That work? So he can still do it even when he's not wearing the armor. Fair enough. That's a carbonite brick right there. That is a carbonite brick. I love a good carbonite brick. Should I wait for the release date to order the game, or should you order it tomorrow? It's not going to make a difference, Joey, honestly, whenever you order it, whether you order it now or tomorrow. I'd say get it done as soon as you can, just to get it out of the way, have it done, have your order secured. But it really, release date or not, doesn't make a difference. We know the game's coming. The game isn't cancelled, but just for the record, guys, if any game was ever cancelled and you'd already pre-ordered, I mean, I don't think the money gets taken from your account anyway, but you'd get it refunded. But the game isn't going to be cancelled. I'm just saying in general. That's what happens. But that cancel talk, because I hear a bit of cancel talk. It's rare, but I do hear it a bit. It's ludicrous. change to Chewie. Jesus, no, Chewie. Come on now. Yeah, Finn. Here we go. Thursday is suspected to get newsjet at the Future Games Show. It is suspected, and nothing more than suspected. Just suspected, and nothing more than just suspected. Can we buy these guys? Nope, I don't want to hear anything. I wanted to buy you both, honestly. But apparently I can't do that. Can I buy this guy, a rebel soldier? No, or resistance soldier? Can I buy this young chap? Yeah, I can, but I'm not going to. Actually, if you go to the game in the Millennium Falcon, the one where Chewbacca and C-3PO play, and you pick your best character, you may get 1,000,000 studs. May get 1,000,000 studs? I want to guarantee getting 1,000,000 studs. Is he coming after me? Is he trying to... Oh, wow. You're no threat to me. Goodbye. Galaxy map. Let's just enter the Millennium Falcon. The premium edition, you mean deluxe, Joey? I'd advise it, like I've said many times. It'll work out cheaper for you if you're planning on getting all the character packs. Get the deluxe edition, because if you buy them separately, you're going to pay way more. It's all about getting the best for your money, the best deal for your money, and not spending as little as possible as well. So that's what it's all about, but getting the best deal at the same time. Right, you want me to play this? I don't know if I can. Is it going to let me? I don't know. Maybe I haven't unlocked it yet. I don't understand where I'm going to unlock half the characters, because most of them aren't even roaming around. Very few. Maybe there'll just be more as we go along. Finn can go in there, right? I'm pretty sure. Finn, where are you? Can you pre-order off Steam? I'm pretty sure it's on Steam, yes. Just bear in mind that there's no physical edition for PlayStation, for PC, sorry. It's only why can't I get it out? It's only a digital edition, so no Blue Milk Luke, which is wonderful, isn't it? No, the hell. Right, there we go. There we go. Right. That one wasn't too hard. What's it going to drop for me? Carbonite block? Something? Gold brick? Football? I love the football references. And an Ewok. Wonderful. Can we unlock this young Ewok? He's going to escape. He's already escaped. Dearie me. Already escaped. Remember to like and subscribe, guys, if you haven't already. I mean, next Q&A, because we're going to end soon. Next Q&A, we'll know if it's been another victory or defeat, which is great. So we will have something to talk about next week. I hope it's something good. But my message to you, as always, is do not rule out another defeat. Hate to say it, I really do. I don't want another defeat. Trust me. There's nothing more than I want for us to just have a great day on Thursday and get a new trailer, and it'll be fantastic if we do, but just got to keep it in perspective. I don't really care about the Blue Milk Luke either. Seems like such a dead minifigure, honestly. What were they thinking? Anything to do in here? Oh, he's frozen up. We got BB-8 with us? Oh, no, he went with Ray, didn't he? What time is the event? 9:45, I believe. But I'll just set the reminder up, Jet. It'll be up like a day before, so it's all good. But we're gonna end it there, guys. I do appreciate you watching. Next time we're live should be the Future Games event Spring Showcase on Thursday. So thank you, Bum, Dan, Ghost, Hybrid, Alex, Jacob, Jet, Mason, Matthew, Mika, Online Joey, SGT Smiley, Tom, Tyler, Rob and Tyler Wakefield. I do appreciate you all watching, guys. Thank you so much. If you haven't already liked, be sure to subscribe if you're new. Watch the latest 2 videos on the channel, definitely, so you can go into this Future Games event with the best possible outlook on what to expect and how to conduct yourself, conduct your mindset for this. Well, thank you very much for watching. Dan as well, I see you in there. See you next time, Joven. See you later. Fishy, see you later, guys. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next one.